The Pelicans know their fans will be fired up for tonight's action. And as they came into the building, the players were plenty fired up themselves. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The city of New Orleans, really a sight to see and a wonderful place to visit. We're happy to be here tonight. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for George.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fans. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You and I will be getting up, though. We'll be standing up.
You for sure will be up.
And the Clippers starting 5. Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Brandon Ingram's out there with Williams. And it's Favors in at the 5 down low. Now here's Zubac. And it's good for 2. Zubac has got the opening field goal of the game for Los Angeles.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
That's tipped, and he gets it back. And here's Holiday, just 5 on the clock. A 3 ball, but they recover it. Beverly against Favors. There's the pass to Holiday. And the Pelicans miss again. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Now here's Patterson. In the corner, Shamet with it. A 3-pointer off the mark. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here. Ingram against George. Here's Holiday. Last game out, he had 14. Redick with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
How about Jrue Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Pass to Patterson. Now, here's Shamet, covered by Redick. Pass to Zubac. Holiday against Beverly. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And it's Ingram missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Ingram. And staying with the play, Ingram.
And Ingram is just so long. I mean, he covers a ton of space and just so quick in transition. And offensively, how do the Pelicans go from good to elite?
Well, raise your hand if you want more shooting. And I can see David Griffin raising his hand. That's what it's about for these guys. Tough to win in this league if you don't have the floor spacing. They're going to play at a great pace, but, man, could they use a few shooters.
Now Shamet following Jrue Holiday's 3-point attempt. And that one is good.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Back to Holiday. Outside, Redick. Back to Holiday. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Now, here's Shamet. Zubac with it. Over Ingram. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to Houston. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Passes it to George. No good that time. Big D that time from Redick. Dishes it to Holiday. Back to Redick. Over George. And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
On the win, Holiday over George. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Great positioning on the putback. Shamet's got his second basket of the game.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year, Brent. Landry Shamet shows a lot of promise.
Yeah, interesting for Lambeau, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a third or fourth guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Okafor. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Now the pass to Hart. 6 to shoot. They get it back, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. Fourth, the Clippers.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston. Sweet little floater.
Lou Williams still has some nasty handles. I love him busting out some of those tricky moves from time to time.
Outside Holiday. Redick for 3. Green with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williams passes to Green. Back to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Green kicks to Williams. From the top of the key. Misses off the left iron.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser, too.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers ahead, leading by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Pelicans trailed by 3.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, a much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
So for the Clippers right now, Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Harkless is out there with Green, and it's Patterson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Okafor after the basket by Los Angeles. Misses the baby hook. Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. And Patterson kicks to Shamet. Lock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Williams for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
I think the team is very comfortable with Lou taking these kind of shots.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Okafor. And it's Okafor again missing. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always dead. Thank you. Pelicans trail by 7. Pass to Hart. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
The dish now to Green. He kicks to Patterson. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. And it's Shamet missing. For New Orleans, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Jackson looking around. Okafor gets the bucket. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Here's Harkless. Lays it up and banks it in.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Holiday. Right side Jackson. Over Williams. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers leading by 7. Now Harkless. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Jackson in the corner. Beyond the arc. And the Pelicans miss again.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Kicks to Okafor. Here's Holiday. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, Holiday focused there and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Redick comes in for Frank Jackson. And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Patterson. Paul George comes in for JaMychal Green. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Brent, that fierce, competitive nature for Drew Holiday, still there to this day.
There's so much talk from his coach, Alvin Gentry, about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And he'll sit at his locker, he'll take a long shower. He doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
No good on the free throw.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
And the second free throw, good.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now here is Holiday. He has 5. Redick for 3. The shot that time not on target. We've got 1:08 left now here in the second. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
They were very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done. And Beverley just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
50 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Harkless. Outside, George. Now here's Harkless. He's covered by Ingram. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on J.J. Redick. The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Holiday against Beverly. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Drew Holiday. On the wing, George. Shoots over Ingram. George with the bucket. George has got his first basket.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size. And a pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Clippers lead.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to get ourselves organized. We got to get back. We got to take better shots. You know, the problem that we have is we're taking bad shots and they're running out on them. We just got to take good shots and we got to get back and get our defense set.
Best defense is offensive efficiency. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. Well, for the Clippers, Kenny and
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Favors is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Williams at the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Holiday is hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season.
Well, Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Holiday finds Favors. Ingram up top. Patterson defending. Patterson against Ingram. The shot by Williams, no good. Clippers leading by 7.
Alvin Gentry has seen a lot in his time around the NBA, and last year in New Orleans, really no different. With injuries and trade demands from their top player, it was about trying to keep things together. I don't know, maybe the reward of all that was the roster that he has in front of him now.
George, no good on the free throw. And sometimes when a new front office takes over, a coaching change comes next. But Alvin Gentry continues as head coach with the Pelicans.
Well, a good reason for that is the previous relationship that Alvin Gentry had with David Griffin during their times in Phoenix. They've done a tremendous job of setting the table here. A new infusion of talent, different coaches, a change in front office, a new direction from the ownership group. And this is going to give Alvin Gentry the runway to grow and learn with some tremendous young players.
The Clippers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. That free throw good from George.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
And Redick kicks to Holiday. to stop the run. Yes, that goes in. Holiday's got 9.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Pass to Zubac. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. The pass to George. Drills it from outside. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Well, I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
And Holiday kicks to Williams. Ingram dishes to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Shamet with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Shamet kicks to Beverly. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Saturday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Green's checked in. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Just 4 points, that's all they've given up here in the second half. Green kicks to Zubac. George against Williams. George passes to Green. Back to George. Fires the 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Ingram's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. To the paint. Here's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
Here's George. And it's George again missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
Jackson passes to Favors. Zubac against Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor. I totally agree. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development that's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
And the rejection by Harrell. Pulls up for three. That's good from Williams on the assist by Mo Harkless. Williams has got 10.
Well, during his career, Lou Williams has been a decent threat from the three-point line, around 35%. Good at stretching out the court.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Okafor. He's guarded by Williams. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers leading by 14. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Harkless. Now here's Beverly. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 7.
Well, something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
And the rejection by Harrell. The Pelicans making a switch here. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Okafor. Great D that time from Harrell.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Williams' shot is off. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Jackson's got the ball. Misses from short range. That will count. And that one is off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Just got to do a better job of executing.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Green is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Harrell in at the 5 spot. Pelicans trail by 16. There's the feed to Moore. Here's Melly. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Melly's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for New Orleans. Williams looking around. Takes a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Jackson passes to Okafor. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. There's the steal. Here's Hart, defended by Harkless. Hart kicks to Moore. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Ball's knocked loose, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Drew Holiday's checked in for Jackson. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Patterson's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 17.
Get on Williams. Patterson.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now here's Harkless. D right on him. He dishes it to Harrell. Over Okafor. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Pelicans shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Here's Hart. No good with the triple. Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Harkless finds Beverly. Back to Harkless. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Holiday.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
But how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does it.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. That's why.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Hart. George is checked in for the Clippers. Passes it to Shamet. And no good. Great D that time from Favors. Ingram wide open. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beverly's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The pass to Patterson. George, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad you can't release that one on target.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Beverly against Ingram. Tipped away. Taken away by Holiday. Outside, Redick. Outside, Favors. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With his first shot attempt, the rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Patterson against Holiday. That one, no good. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They led by as many as 18 points. Feeds it to Hero. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 16.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Ingram dishes to Holiday. Outside, Favors. He kicks it to Ingram. High post try. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Shamet's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bounce pass from Beverly. George against Ingram. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Brent, you look at the explosive numbers George has put up. A lot of it has to do with how he runs the pick and roll.
Incredible at his size and his ability to read the defenses in pick and roll situations. Anytime there's a defender that decides to go under on Paul George from the perimeter, he can let that thing rip from the 3-point line. Last year, I think you saw him with the most poise that he's ever played with in his career. I expect that to continue.
And that one misses. And the Pelicans making a change here. Williams is checked in. And the second free throw, good. And so here is New Orleans. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. Holiday, the pass to Favors. This is to Ingram. Connects in the foul line jumper.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency.
Here's George. Not going to go that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Williams dishes to Holiday. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Free throw line jump shot, and he gets the jumper to drop. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
And the touch from Ingram on the jumper. No way anyone can stop that from going in.
Here's Shamet. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ingram finds Holiday. 1:07 left in the game. Looking to get it going. And he lays it up and in.
Excellent screen and roll there by Holiday. He gets a great look at the rim and then calmly steps up and knocks it down.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for George.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Lou Williams, you made some big shots to get the win tonight.
I just wanted to stay aggressive. You know, shoot or shoot. That's what we're supposed to do. I've always been a confident guy. Never got down on myself, so I just continue to be aggressive and just concentrate on the first shot.
Nobody has ever doubted your confidence. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always.